Welcome to the Dirt Court Jesters podcast, your home for dirt track racing across the country, and just as important, right here in the Ohio Valley. This is Josh with the Dirt Court Jesters, and episode 15, we're going to talk about the Bag Cat, a sad day at Eldora, and Stephanie Linder and Ohio Speedweek. I hope you guys are ready to get dirty. I'm going to start this episode out a little different than normal. Had a couple rough weeks after not getting an episode out on time. Last week, I think we had the most listens we've ever had. Got a couple additional followers as well. Charlie and Bunner, Dirt Tracks and Rib Racks, give a shout out. Trace and Rick with the Pit Report giving us a shout out. Stephanie Linder, kind enough to answer me on some questions related to her work with Ohio Speedweek. And then before recording this, Ryan Barr post a photo of his badass ride with one of our Dirt Court Jester podcast stickers on it. So, rough couple weeks there. Wasn't really sure. Still starting out, still new, still getting our feet wet. But this last week, just awesome. And it's what dirt track racing always is, and what draws us to dirt track racing is just how everybody supports everybody and works together. So just wanted to give a shout out to everybody. Thanks for hanging with us. Hope you enjoy the episode. This week in dirt track racing, we're going to go back to May 14th of 1998 in Lincoln Park Speedway in Indiana when the World of Outlaws visited. Dave Blaney comes away with the win, Danny Smith in second, and Mark Kinzer would round out the podium. Want to give a shout out to Victory Fuel, from Throttle Punch to Lucky Lemon. Both flavors are dynamite, 12 packs and 4 packs, and even some cool merchandise as well. Go to drinkvictory.com and use the code Jesters10 at checkout to save. Drinkvictory.com and use the code Jesters10 at checkout to save.
Acknowledge me!
This week's race recap, we're going to go back to May 5th. Lucky enough to get a chance to visit Winchester Speedway in Indiana. My first time there. Really cool track, pavement track if you guys weren't familiar. And yes, the 37 degrees of banking is steep. The steepest banked racetrack in the country. USAC Silver Crown and Crown Vics were on hand. And Cody Swanson would dominate. Got to hang out with Jacob Horde while I was there, and Jacob pointed out that Cody has led the last 200 laps for the Silver Crown cars. The guy's just dominating. His third straight Rich Vogler Classic win. Bobby Santos would finish second, and CJ Leary would round out the podium. If you get a chance to get over there to Winchester, not a bad drive from Dayton. Took me about an hour. Very cool, very steep. Check it out. Also, on May 5th, Terre Haute would have the Maverick Wing Sprint cars, which I'm sure everybody is familiar. Jacob Allen got the win, Rico Abreu in second. Kevin Thomas Jr. would finish in third. Moving to May 8th, Spoon River Flow Racing Night in America, unfortunately, was canceled. You're going to hear quite a few cancellations throughout this. I think we're getting close to getting past that, but we'll just have to hang on and hope that we get the weather we need for some racing. Also, May 8th, Delaware International Speedway with a short track Super Series would pay a visit, and Stuart Friesen would be your Diamond State 50 winner. Anthony Perego at second and Mike Mahaney in third. May 8th, Lincoln Speedway had the World of Outlaws sprint cars where David Gravel would get the win. Gio Scelzi would finish in second, and Carson Macedo would finish in third. Danny Dietrich goes plus 15, passing a lot of cars there, Double D. And David Gravel's win gives Big Game Motorsports their 100th win with the World of Outlaws, so congratulations to them. May 9th, Lincoln Speedway Flow Racing Night in America was canceled. May 10th, Attica, another nice car count there. Attica and Fremont both had good car counts. Attica had 38 410s, 36 305s, and 21 late models. And your AFC 410 winner would be Craig Mintz. Greg Wilson in second. Thought he might get a win there, but a nice second place finish for Greg Wilson. And Cap Henry would round out the podium. In the 305s, Jamie Miller gets the win, Brian Sabato in second, and Paul Weaver in third. In the late models, Rusty Schlenk gets the victory, Kyle Moore in second, and J.R. Gentry rounds out the podium. Moving over to Bloomington Speedway with the USAC Sprint Cars, Logan Seavey gets the win. Jason Pursley from 23rd to 2nd, and C.J. Leary in 3rd. Farmer City Lucas Oil late models, $25,000 to win, and Ricky Thornton Jr. gets the victory. Jonathan Davenport in second, and Garrett Alberson finishes in third. Red Dirt Raceway ASCS National Sprints, Terry Easom from 7th to 1st in its first national tour win for Terry, so congratulations to him. Seth Bergman would finish in second, and Tanner Kahn, who started 15th, would finish in third. Also wanted to note Kyler Johnson. He started 23rd and he finished 4th. So the guy that gets the win passed 6 cars. The guy that finishes in third passed 12 cars. The guy that finished in 4th passed 19 cars. A lot of passing going on there at Red Dirt with the ASCS. Congratulations to Terry Easom again with his first national tour win. 34 Raceway High Limit. And what a finish. Guys, we're just getting bangers in this young season, and I don't think it's going to end. I can't wait till we get the month or two of money, because we're already getting really good finishes now, and when the money's on the line, the finishes are only going to get better. Brad Sweet gets the win by .012 seconds over James McFadden. Brent Marks would finish in third. Sweet and McFadden, it looks like they're going to battle some. McFadden just getting over here. We know, obviously, him and Sweet got together and he went for a ride. But it was a good race here by both of them. Brad Sweet gets the win. Lernerville was to have the United Late Model Series, but unfortunately that was canceled. Hilltop United CC Modified Series, Jason No gets the win. Jimmy Smith in second, and Clint Snyder would round out the podium. Moving to Humboldt with the Extreme Outlaw Midgets, Ashton Torgerson gets the win. Gavin Miller in second, and Cannon McIntosh in third. Limeland was going to have the Mike Stricker Memorial. Unfortunately, that was rained out. That was canceled. Moeller Raceway, they had late models on hand. Adam Strickler gets the win. Trip Gerald in second, and Blake Creech in third. UMP Modifieds as well there. Brandon Berry gets the win. Matt Hamilton in second, and Nick Snell in third. Ohio Valley Speedway, unfortunately, had to cancel. Raceway 7, Rush Crate late models. Billy Henry gets the win. Brock Pinkerus gets second, and Braden Dellinger gets third. They also had UMP Modifieds, where Dave Hess Jr. would get the victory. Casey Bowers in second, and Mitch Thomas in third. Williams Grove was going to have the World of Outlaws on Friday, May 10th, but unfortunately they were canceled. Moving to May 11th, Atomic was going to have Ironman late models. They were canceled. Fremont, they've got it in. Like I said earlier, good car count there. Fremont AFCS 410s. Trey Jacobs gets the win. Caleb Henry in second, and Zeth Sabo in third. Zeth plus 13. So up on the wheels, Zeth Sabo. Nice top 3 there for him. Moving to AFCS 305s, Brian Sabato gets the victory. Jamie Miller in second, and Dustin Stroop in third. Shout out to the Dusty Hooligans, Judd Dickerson. They finished 20th in the feature after starting 6th. Started 6th because they got a heat race win, so congratulations to the Hooligans and Judd Dickerson. Keep it up, fellas. Moving over to the trucks, Jamie Miller gets the win. Keith Sorg in second, and Sean Valeni in third. Lawrenceburg would have GLSS. Danny Sams with the victory. Max Stamball in second. And the Hurricane, Randy Hannigan, finishes third from the 18th starting position. Modifieds also on hand there at Lawrenceburg. Matt Hamilton with the win, Nick Snell in second, and Daniel Sanchez in third. Tyler County was going to have some late models. Unfortunately, they had to cancel. 81 Speedway. In the Extreme Outlaw Midgets, Cannon McIntosh gets the win. Chase McDermott in second, and Cale Drake in third. Moving him to the Fairbury, Lucas Oil late models, $30,000 to win. And the Ohio man, the mailman, Devin Moran gets the win. Ricky Thornton Jr. in second, and Brandon Shepard in third. Florence Speedway had crate late models, and Josh Dietz gets the win. Ethan Toder in second, and Dustin Noby in third. Goods Raceway had to cancel. Oakshade also had to cancel. Sharon canceled. Skyline Speedway canceled. Tri-City Speedway had High Limit, and Brett Marks gets the win. Brad Sweet from 11th to second, and Justin Peck in third. Peck's got to be happy with that third place finish. Led basically the first half, if not a few laps over, and has to feel good about going to Kokomo. If I recall correctly, he got a victory there last year, so hopefully this is some momentum building for Justin Peck. Tri-State, Hobstadt, USAC, Sprints, Kevin Thomas Jr. gets the win. Kyle Cummins in second, Mitchell Moles in third. I tell you what, I don't know. I mean, it's 2024 now. I can remember some races last year. Mitchell Moles had a hell of a time. So he was up front there at the beginning. Nice third place finish for Mitchell Moles. Kevin Thomas Jr. again gets the victory. Kyle Cummins in second. I know our boys, Dirt Tracks and Rib Racks, had a blast at the track. MMSA also on hand. Jalen Mills gets the win. Eli Wilhelmus in second. And Steve Justice in third. Wayne County had to cancel. Williams Grove and the Outlaws, they had to cancel. And we're going to wrap up this segment May 12th as I'm recording. Tri-City Raceway Park's got Fast 410. And Huset's is opening up for their first race of the season. And last and not least, I'd probably get some hate mail if I didn't touch on this. Van the Man Gurley. Van Gurley Jr. gets the win Saturday, May 11th at Butler Speedway. So congratulations to Van the Man.
Let me talk to you.
This week's Talking Points, we're going to start with the May 6th episode of Dirt Tracker, where Justin Fiedler discusses the Ford Sprint Car 410 motor, and that it sounds like it's getting close to being available for purchase. Noted that a customer version should be a pretty strong motor, should last a long time, and will be competitive, but it's not the Donnie Schatz version of the motor. There's some things in the Schatz motor that will not be on the customer version of the motor. Fiedler also mentioned the Donnie Schatz interview after Saturday's race at Eldora for Let's Race 2. And apparently in that interview, it sounded like Donnie had suggested that the Ford motor was producing around 1,000 horsepower. It sounds like the horsepower number. I think everybody always throws out the 900 to be safe, but it seems like it fluctuates anywhere from 900 up to 1,000. Kind of cool that it's getting up to 4 digits, though. But interesting and always good stuff by Justin Fiedler and Dirt Tracker. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. I know you guys have seen it, and I'm not going to do a deep dive into it, but how does everyone feel about Rico stirring the pot when it comes to High Limit and World of Outlaws? Listen, you guys got to know by listening to this, I'm a wrestling fan, so the fact that he's kind of stirring the pot, oh man, it just gives me those heel vibes. I think it's hilarious, and I think it'll only get better if Rico decided to make himself the heavyweight champion and show up with a championship belt and a Ric Flair robe. What do you guys think about Rico strutting in Victory Lane, giving out a nice woo and holding up that championship belt high? On that note, man, there were some people showing their true feelings about High Limit and Brad Sweet after he won on May 10th. Some even suggesting that High Limit is rigged. Brother. Maybe Sweet should grab a can of spray paint and start putting HL on other cars that are on the podium. If they're going to make you the heel, you might as well embrace it. I fully expect Brad Sweet to start showing up to the racetrack with a 5 o'clock shadow that he has dyed black, even though he has red hair. Listen, guys, I've said it. I'm here for all of this. And wrapping up this week's talking points, these numbers may be a little off because I think I did this research prior to a race or two, but looking through the analytics sections of DirtTracker.com in 2024, kind of piggybacking off of Jeremy Elliott and Sprint Car Unlimited, he'd come out with it, and the funny thing is I had some notes up before he released it, so we might be on the same brainwave path. But Brad Sweet's average start is 4.3 and his average finish is 3.6. His worst feature start is 14th. David Gravel's average start is 4th and his average finish is 4.5. His worst feature start is 8. Both these guys have 5 victories. Sweet's doing what he does, but it seems like Gravel's getting close to being on that same level. The guy with the most 410 winged victories so far in 2024, Anthony Macri with 7. That said, Macri's had some rough starting positions and even missed a show at Eldora. If my math is correct, Macri has an average start of 8.5. That said, Macri's also raced more than both Sweet and Gravel. So I think Brad Sweet is still the top of the mountain right now. Gravel's getting close. Macri can drive a sprint car. There's no arguing that. But it's just, I think that National Touring Series is just a different beast in its own. But we'll see how the rest of the season goes for these guys. But as of right now, it's still the big cat on top.
Woo!
I'm putting together my notes for this week's local coverage. I thought about changing the name because there's a lot of camping in this. Attica Raceway Park camping for the World of Outlaws and the Brad Doty Classic is down to 11 sites. Go to atticafair.com/tickets or check out Attica's social media. If you're trying to camp there at Attica for the Brad Doty Classic, you might want to get on it because there's only 11 sites left. Moving to Eldora and the Kings Royal. Camping lots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, main lot, silo lot, and north side are all sold out. BFE's got 29 spots left, and Eldora Village has 31. I've been saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. It's not going to make it to July. Middle of May now. I'm guessing by the end of June, Kings Royal camping at Eldora will be sold out. As we've said, World 100 camping is already sold out. SpeedyCampingandParking.com, which is kind of catty corner from the track, may have something. So if you're looking, you can always hit them up if Eldora does not have what you're looking for. And on a sad note, in the local coverage segment, we're going to discuss Eldora is no longer the home of the $2 beer. If you want a beer, they're $3 now, or you get 6 for $15. The $2 beer is no mas. And on that note, if you're looking to attend the 2-night World of Outlaw and Extreme Midgets event at Atomic May 24th and 25th, and you're planning on camping there, get your site while you can. They're down to 40 sites. Go to atomicspeedway.net and go to the schedule section to get your site. Wrapping up this week's talking points, Jackson County and Millstream, they still got work to be done, as we've been saying. The weather hasn't been of help as of recent. You know, guys know we got dumped on there last week. Jackson County's finally got power, and they're looking to open on May 31st. They still got some things they need to square away, so if you can help, reach out to them. Same with Millstream. They're getting close. Got on my calendar Speedweek. June 14th at Millstream. Their first race since 2016 and the 8th night of Ohio Sprint Speedweek. If you can help either Jackson County or Millstream out, get to their Facebook page, shoot them a message. I know Millstream was hooking you up with lunch. If you can give them a hand and get those gates kicked open, we know they'd appreciate it.
I'm the tower of power, too sweet to be sour. I'm funky like a monkey. Sky's the limit and space is the place.
Series, teams, drivers, tracks, Dirt Media. This is your time, and this is your spotlight. The spotlight's on, and this week's spotlight is going to be on Stephanie Linder and Ohio Sprint Speedweek. Most of you are probably familiar with Stephanie Linder and Mike Linder and Fremont Speedway and the new Fremont Motorsports Education Program. And you're probably also familiar with Stephanie Linder helping out during Ohio Sprint Speedweek. Well, since Stephanie had posted some stuff recently, I thought I would ask her a few questions and see if she'd get back to me, and sure enough, she did. So we're going to try and share some things here just to help Stephanie out with the Ohio Sprint Speedweek donations. Stephanie would tell me that an annual Speedweek donation drive was not something she had planned, but she made a post several years ago about offering to help wash suits and suggested to fans that they could help drivers and teams by making a donation. It's since grown from that, and she explained it doesn't have to be something big. It could be something small. Any kind of donation for the teams during this grueling 9 straight days of racing is helpful and very appreciative. Stephanie also would tell me she thinks it's cool tracks and local businesses have jumped on board and are doing the same thing to help teams. And it just lets fans know how easy and how cheap it could be to make a donation. And from there, it's like a snowball effect, and it grows. Any donation ideas, from a roll of quarters for the car wash to easy-to-eat snacks, water, Gatorade, paper towels, brake cleaner, degreaser, cash for pit passes, gas cards, delivering a pizza to a team working on a car in a parking lot, a pack of tear-offs. Any of that stuff helps those teams, and the donations can be made directly to the drivers or the teams. Stephanie has no problem with being the middle person, and she's happy to connect fans with their favorite drivers and teams to get them their donations. It's a cheap and easy way for fans to become part of a team and feel vested with their favorite driver during one of the toughest weeks of racing in Ohio. Stephanie has created an Amazon wish list that you can go on and see some of the items that need to be purchased. I believe there is also a Walmart grocery list out there. If you order for the Fremont Walmart, that can also be picked up and delivered. And Stephanie told me she would accept and collect donations through all of Speedweek, and she'll disperse them as the donor wishes. Stephanie has Venmo and PayPal as well if you would like to donate cash that way. Schluck's Bar and Grill, Shelly Hopez, and Fremont Speedway are also collecting donations until May 26th. Donations can be dropped off at the bar. Check out their social media as well. Pub 400 normally does a donation drive, so check with them to see if they're going to be involved. And as always, Stephanie will be washing suits for drivers that need it. Stephanie would explain that the All-Stars used to promote this, and since they're gone, she's concerned that donations won't be there. But as mentioned, tracks and businesses have now gotten involved, and Fast is involved as well. And it's a cheap way for fans to help out their favorite teams and drivers. So let's all get out there, and help out the teams for Ohio Speedweek. Ohio Sprint Speedweek is going to be as follows: June 7th, Attica Raceway Park; June 8th, Fremont; June 9th, Waynesfield; June 10th, Wayne County; June 11th, Hilltop Speedway; June 12th, Sharon; June 13th, Muskingum County; June 14th, Millstream; and June 15th, wrapping up the 9th straight night and the final night of Ohio Sprint Speedweek, will be at Atomic Speedway. So guys, check out Stephanie Linder's social media sites. Reach out to her with any questions, and let's help her keep this donation for Ohio Sprint Speedweek going. Just want to say a huge thanks to Stephanie for getting back to me. A huge thanks to Stephanie for helping out teams and drivers during that grueling 9 straight days of racing in Ohio. Ohio Sprint Speedweek, less than a month away. If you guys can help them out, anything helps. Series, teams, drivers, tracks, Dirt Media. If you got some information you want to share, as always, hit me up at Dirt Court Jester. And remember, the spotlight is always on.
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers. Oh no.
Wrapping up this week's episode with racing to come, you guys will notice that there are more than one event that is a 2-night event at a track. Starting with May 13th, High Limit is going to be at Kokomo Speedway in Indiana. May 14th, Brownstown is going to have Flow Racing Night in America. May 16th, XR Super Series is at Ogilvie Raceway. High Limit's going to be at Outlaw Speedway, the World of Outlaw Late Models at Raceway 7. May 17th, ASCS 360s at Big Sky Speedway. Belleville Short Track has USAC Silver Crown and USAC Midgets. Circle City's going to have the Northern All-Star Late Models, CJ Rayburn Stronger Than Dirt Tribute, Friday, May 17th, $10,000 to win. Attica with the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars. Bedford Speedway with the World of Outlaw Late Models. Bloomington Speedway has the Maverick Sprint Car Series. Hartford Speedway with GLSS and Modifieds. Hilltop of the United CC Modified Series. Utica Rome's going to have High Limit. Limaland and the Run for the Rabbit with GLSS Modifieds and Stocks. Moeller Raceway with Late Models. And $1,000 for Sport Mods to win. Ohio Valley Speedway with OVSCA Sprintacular. Raceway 7 UMP Mods. Hunt the Front at Why Not Motorsports Park. XR Super Series back at Ogilvie Raceway. May 18th, ASCS 360 Big Sky Speedway. Belleville Short Track again, USAC Silver Crown and USAC Midgets. Eldora is going to have a family night with Midwest Thunder Midgets, Mods, and Stocks. $10 to get in. Fremont's got GLSS, 305 Stocks and Trucks. Lawrenceburg with the Northern All-Star Late Models and Modifieds. Marion Center Speedway with the World of Outlaw Late Models. Mudlick Valley Late Models and Modifieds. Tyler County Late Models Modifieds. Butler's got GLTS, 410 Wings, and Mods. Florence Speedway has both Boss and Fast on hand. Goods Raceway was a regular show with 6 divisions. Oak Shade with Late Models. Sharon with the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars. Wayne County has a Fast 5 show. Hunt the Front again at Why Not Motorsports Park. May 19th, Path Valley has the World of Outlaw Late Models. And Sweet Springs Motorsports Complex has the USAC Midgets. Thanks for listening and helping us build this one lap at a time.
Goodbye. Mwah, and good night, bang.
Thanks for listening to the Dirt Court Jesters podcast. Give us a like, give us a follow, give us a shout out. Let your friends know on X and YouTube as well at Dirt Court Jester. And we hope to see you guys at the track.